Hi, welcome to the Business Spotlight Series. I'm Mark McNulty, owner, CEO of Action Coach Bluegrass. And today I have with me Sarah Smith, who is the owner of Central Kentucky Tool. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you. Good morning.
So today we're going to be talking about Sarah's journey to business ownership and some of the challenges and she's had to overcome and some best practices that are helping her and her team build the business and just share a peek into what it's really like to own a business today. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, be sure to follow us so that you can get notifications when future interviews like this get dropped so that you don't miss a thing. So Sarah, thanks, welcome, and thanks so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your background and about Central Kentucky Tool.
Central Kentucky Tool has been around for over 50 years as a business. We're located in Lebanon, Kentucky, which is the home of actually a lot of manufacturing, Maker's Mark and a few distilleries and those types of things. So it's centrally located in the state. We are a machining and fabrication business. So we focus on returnable steel racks and weldments on our fabrication side, and then fixtures, jigs, machine replacement parts, that type of thing for our machining side. So we're kind of dual-ended. We do everything in-house, including assembly and paint. And it's an incredible business with incredible people.
So, I know a little bit about your background from before, we met back when you were an employee somewhere else. So,
Yes.
so tell us a little bit about how this, path, how'd you end up owning a company? You and your husband end up buying a company?
Yeah. Um, uh, my husband and I have been looking to purchase a business for a long time, and we're waiting for kind of the right business in the right time. The right time ended up being when I was 9 months pregnant with our second child. So not an ideal time frame in life, but we took a chance and we really found the right business for us. It was an incredible business that was already had incredible people in place. And so we were very blessed to have an opportunity. And we kind of hit the ground running and moved quickly from there. I would say we bought the business exactly 1 year before COVID, which is a really critical time. But to be honest, moved straight through COVID because automotive was still going, and a lot of our customers were still running. So we had to run for them as well. So it worked out on our end, but it's been an incredible journey. It's been 5 years now, and we're continuing to grow.
So what were some of the challenges of kind of taking over, culture? This is Central Kentucky, right? People like
What they know.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say the biggest challenge for us that we faced when we walked in was the lack of technology as it related to the back end operational system. We have incredibly talented employees who really weren't necessarily using computers even on a day-to-day basis. And we utilized kind of those first few years to bring us up to speed in that scenario. We implemented an ERP system during COVID. We took the opportunity. We were a little slower to implement an ERP system. Got a lot of pushback from employees. And but working through that now, it's an incredible ability to be able to see your business from an online system, and to be able to that process has been really incredible and transformative for our business in terms of time. It's given us back an opportunity to grow the business in a lot of other areas because we have the time to put to that since we have implemented that. So yeah, we have really updated the technology kind of immediately when we walked in, and have continued to update the technology as it relates on the floor now. Just, consistently reinvesting in the business to help it grow organically, and to bring it up to speed in terms of technology in machining and then in our fabrication side as well.
Okay. So what are some things that, that you do that are unique or that, make customers new customers want to come to you and your repeat customers stay with you? What are you doing that's awesome?
So we're mostly in the automotive sector, for a lot of standard automotive manufacturers and their OEMs. So really, I think for us, it's quality, it's turnaround time, and it's just the personal relationship that we have built with our customers. We are unique in that our employee, we have around 40 employees, so we're a small business, but we're small, but we're mighty, and we can do everything in-house, and that makes a big difference. We have the ability to deliver something in person very quickly compared to some other larger groups that don't always have that ability to kind of turn things around and really focus on the customer. So that has made being smaller has given us that ability to adapt to our customers' needs and to really kind of create those incredible touch points of customer service that our customers really want and need. When you're dealing with just those larger businesses, it can be hard to do that. And so I think that that's really our niche. That's really a place that we have ingrained ourselves, is giving that incredible customer service and being that one-to-one relationship that we have. And I work directly with a lot of our customers, so it makes a difference. They like speaking with someone that has, some power in the room, I guess to say, and can make decisions. And so that has been really helpful on our end.
So how do you and your husband split the roles of, between the two of you? How does that work?
Yeah, so I am the majority shareholder. We are, a woman-owned business. I would say I'm more of the face of the business. I do a lot of sales, a lot of meeting with our customers. I manage some of our larger customers as well in that relationship. My husband kind of manages more of the financial end, and I would say some additional kind of relationships that he already had cultivated as well. So we split the roles differently. I will say in the past year and a half, as we have been business owners after a few years and kind of settled in, we've really taken a step of not working in the business day to day and working on the business. And we've really tried to do that in the last year. And that has been really transformational for our business in terms of focusing on growth and a strategic 5-year plan and that type of thing of how we want to grow and scale this business. And having the opportunity and the time to step back and be able to do that has been really incredible for us.
Okay, awesome. So why did you choose to buy a business instead of keep your day job? So what was the
we always had dreams of being business owners, of kind of, it's the whole, I think all business owners have that dream of controlling your own destiny and being in charge of your own life. And, we really had that dream. It came to fruition at a time that was not ideal for us, but we made it work. And it's been really great. It's something that we enjoy, having the ability to, I'll be honest, we have the ability to have a family dynamic as well and have time for our family. We were both previously in roles where we traveled a lot and we worked a lot of hours, and we missed a lot of our, we didn't want to miss any more time with our family. And so owning a business is not for the faint of heart, and understand that there are a lot of late nights in our own business. But it does gives us slightly more flexibility in the sense that we can do some things with our children that we otherwise didn't have an opportunity to do.
Okay, awesome. So what were some of the challenges that maybe you didn't expect, right? When you buy a business, you go in knowing, probably through your due diligence, this is going to be hard. This is going to be, what was maybe an unexpected challenge?
Being in a small community, employee recruitment and finding the right employees can be really difficult. There is a huge demand for highly qualified candidates anywhere, but finding the right one in our community is really difficult. And so that has been one of the biggest challenges, is finding the right people for our business in our area. And I would say every business feels that in their own way.
Mm-hmm. So you took over a business that had been running for a long time, same family,
Second
right?
generation owners, yes.
So what about earning the trust of the team that you inherited? because you didn't live in Lebanon, right? You were
No,
from the big city.
yes. Um, I think you have to get buy-in very quickly from your management. And that can be in a couple different ways. And I think it looks differently for every business. We went a certain route of getting buy-in from our management team. It really worked out for us and paid off dividends because, you know, if your management team supports you and is on the right track with you, it trickles down to the employees and they see that positive relationship. So getting our management team on track was first and foremost the most important piece. I think also reiterating to our employees that nothing was changing. The only thing that changed were the owners. And the only thing that was going to change was creating a business that we believed could be better. And that technology and it reinvesting in the business, those were really our key focuses, and they've continued to be our key focuses. We haven't changed anything in the business as it relates to employees or anything else. If anything, we have improved our schedule. You know, we were running 2 shifts, and after COVID, we decided 4 10s was the best thing for our employees, and we have consistently stayed with that. And it's been a really positive thing for our employees to also have that family time that they deserve. So kind of making those changes and just showing them that we are there and invested in the community is key.
So how would you describe your leadership style?
Um, Communicative. I love talking to our employees. I love working on the business. I will say my leadership style in the last year has changed, though, as I work in the business to working on the business. And I have focused on giving a lot more pressure and ability to succeed on our management team so that they can thrive and they can grow and they can learn. And my husband and I have both really taken a step back to watch them do that and spread their wings in that. And they've done incredible. We knew that they would. They're incredible people. So it's been great to see them transform into incredible leaders, even though we already knew that they were. But just giving them the opportunity to succeed is hard as an owner to kind of take a step back and watch others kind of run the day to day. But it's been really great for our employees.
Okay. So you talked about being having a strategic plan that you finally sat down and started talking about. So what can you share about, where do you see the business in the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, we see the business growing. I mean, our business is thriving. Our employees are incredible. You know, good employees are the backbone of a good business. And I think for us, we continue to focus on reinvesting in our business and how that looks for potentially a new space, a new facility, a better facility for our employees as just some additional space. We are looking to grow. So how that relates to an addition for our current space or a new space. I also see reinvesting in technology always is a focus for us. And just what can we do to help our employees have better satisfaction in our business? So those are continually what we're talking about, continually where we're focusing our reinvesting in our money. And I think we'll just stay that path for the next 3 to 5. We don't have a specific target. We do in the back of our minds, but I think just staying the path, staying focused on expanding, but slow, consistent growth.
All right. You've talked a lot about taking care of your team, taking care of your employees. So what are a couple things specifically that you could share that you're doing to retain your team and keep them happy and attract more team to support your growth?
So the first thing is, you have to pay attention to market rate and what that looks like in terms of pay. That's something that we're constantly looking at what others are paying in the community to make sure we're trying to stay at or above market rate. I did speak about kind of after COVID, we went from running 5/8s to 4/10s. So we work Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And our office staff works 4 9s and a 4, so a little bit different. So they get off around lunchtime on Fridays. that has been incredible for our team members. They truly get a 3-day weekend. We love that for them, and we want that for them. So that has been a huge piece in terms of attracting talent. That's a huge piece of the puzzle, not having to work weekends, not having to work Fridays. We have had some sporadic overtime, but it's on a Friday and it's not a long shift. So I just think that's something that we've done to attract and retain talent. It is hard in a small town to figure out ways to set yourself apart. But I really think it's we have a very flexible environment. We have a low-key environment, and we expect our employees to be at work on time, to work, to provide quality work, and then to go home safely. And that's really our goal, and we're consistently attaining that. And so it just goes back to having good people. I'll be honest, the best part of our business are the people in our business. And I firmly believe that this business would not have survived as long as it did without the talent that we have inside the building.
Okay, awesome. So we've covered a lot of ground today. And so for those of you watching, make sure to bookmark this and listen to it a couple times, especially if you're thinking about buying a business or you're new into business, because the challenges are, and it's great to have an existing business, but challenges come with that. And, listening to, what Sarah shared about how she, they work with the team and the team focus. Team and employees have been central to all of your answers. And I think that's a great message for everybody to hear. We have to make our businesses all about the team. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck doing all the work and not serving anybody, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So, last few questions here, just real quick, kind of first thought, top of your head's probably best. So what's been your key to success?
Reinvestment.
Okay. What's one piece of advice that you would give other business owners?
Take your vacations.
Oh, okay.
Take a break, get away. Don't feel like you can't walk away from the business for a time frame. It pushes the employees to step up, and they always do. And if you have set them up for success, they're going to be successful. So don't get to a point where you're just working more hours than everyone else. You have to be able to take a break.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what's a book you're reading to or listening to now, because we, half of us are just are listening to audiobooks, that you would recommend to another business owner?
Yeah. I recently finished Traction by Gino Wickman. I really liked it. I did it as part of a women's business collaborative, and it was a great book with great information, and I highly recommend anyone read it.
Yeah, that's a great book. I like that too. So, all right. So second to last question. So, if you had to choose just one area of your business that, if you could just snap your fingers and improve it, what would that be?
The bathrooms.
Yeah. Facilities.
Yeah. It's a focus for 2025 for sure for us. We want to make better facilities for our people. I want better restrooms, better break room. It sounds so ridiculous, but I know how important it is, and it's important to me, and I know it's important to our employees to show them how important they are to make them comfortable at work.
Okay. So if people wanted to learn more about your business, more about employment opportunities in it, so what's the best way to do that? Your website, Central Kentucky Tool. Any other ways to learn about you more?
You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. I highly recommend ckytool.com. We post all of our open opportunities on there, as well as just basic updates. But we're also on LinkedIn. I highly recommend checking us out on LinkedIn. We welcome anyone to come and connect with us. If they're interested in touring our facilities, we love to show people what we have to offer, and we love to show people we're very proud of our space. So come and see us and reach out.
Okay. All right. So last question of the day. What inspires you the most right now?
Women in manufacturing. Seeing women come into this industry and just rock. It is so exciting. I love, we have women on staff, and I'm always so proud to see the women welders, women machinists, getting into these women engineers, getting into these roles is, we're really getting traction of women in manufacturing. And I love to see women grow in this industry. And I love supporting women in this industry, and seeing them thrive.
That's great. Yes, you are in an industry historically dominated by baby boomer men, right?
That's true. That's true.
So that's awesome. That's a great. I love that answer. So viewers, this has been Sarah Smith, who is the majority owner of Central Kentucky Tool, and she has shared a ton of information with us today, especially about the value of team and taking care of your team and creating a workplace culture that allows the team to thrive and supports their balance in their lives, as well as what she's doing to try to create balance in her own life. Thank you so much, Sarah. Really appreciate your time today and sharing all this with us.
Thank you, Mark, for your time. I appreciate it.
All right, so make sure you bookmark this and like it, and so you get notifications for future interviews. And I will see you again on the next interview. Thanks.
Bye.